there and you trying to get hooked, hello. Put this on. Have a Max to you question. Hey y'all, what's up? I'm back. It's Eb. Today we will be talking about some of my perfume purchases over the last few months. This is more of a collective haul. All of these fragrances I've smelled before. Some of these I did purchase without smelling. However, yeah, most of them are things that I had samples of and had a chance to kind of smell ahead of time. A lot of these are fragrances that were on my wish list for quite some time, and over the last few months I was able to kind of pick them up slowly but surely. So I'm very happy that I've been able to check some things off. And yeah, I mean, I'm adding more things, but you know, check. And yeah, so let's get started. Let me share with you what I have. First up is this gem right here, and this is Irresistible by Givenchy. Hopefully by now you would have seen my pear fragrances video. I'm gonna link it right up here. I'm praying that I have put it out by now, but yes, this is in there. And this fragrance to me is the pear version of Burberry Her. This is a musky pear fragrance, very bubbly, effervescent. It's just, yes, it's just that girl when it comes to pear fragrances. She's just bubbly and just, oh my God. It's like champagne. She's like a pear champagne. That's what she is. Love her. Now this is Coach Dreams. She's cute. She's real cute. This is something I just pulled for very easily. I wore it yesterday. It lasts a long time. This fragrance pretty much lasted me, I want to say 10 plus hours. I was kind of surprised because I didn't think that it was one of those type of performers, and I had worn it previously, but it just didn't lock in that this thing lasts. So this is more of a pear with gardenia type of fragrance. It has some greenness from the cactus flower, but you just get a lot of pear and gardenia. That's pretty much what I get the whole period of the fragrance. So yeah, I really enjoy this. This is more of a casual fragrance. I don't see myself wearing this to a formal event or anything like that. This is just a very pretty fragrance. It reminds me of like the perfumes from the 90s. But yeah, I really enjoy this. This has some freshness to it. It's not as bubbly and effervescent as the Irresistible, but you know, she's doing her own thing. She's having her own moment, and I really like her. This is Coach Dreams. Now this one, Eb was feeling a bit nostalgic, and I just, you know, I saw that she was on sale for like $10. So I said, pick her up. Now this is Tommy Girl. This was my signature scent, honey. This was my signature scent from like, I think from 5th grade to 8th. However old you are, yeah, girl. My mama used to take me everywhere. So she was at Macy's one day, and I picked this out for myself, and she got me, you know, the little gift set. I think it came with like probably a 3.5, and then it came with the solid perfume. So it's like, it was almost like shaped like this. But anyway, yes, I found myself fiending for this fragrance. I wanted to smell it again so bad. So I saw they had this for $10, I think in Nordstrom Rack, and I was like, hello, old friend, how are you? This fragrance always reminded me of passion fruit. I know that there's some grapefruit in here and probably some mandarin orange. You know, listen, 10-year-old Eb or 11-year-old Eb, however old you are in 5th grade, I was not worried about no notes. But the Eb today, I can tell you that I think the reason that I get such a passion fruit vibe from this fragrance is the abundance of citrus. If you've ever had a passion fruit, it's sour, you know, and it does kind of come off citrusy before you put that sugar up in there to kind of make it the passion fruit juice that we love. It's a bit sour. So this fragrance has like a sweet citrus with some florals. That's what this is. And yes, I just had to have her. If you know her, you love her, right? Tommy girl. Okay, so we are now departing from the freshies and we are entering Mancera territory. So yeah, I got these two Mancera fragrances. Ooh. I got these two Mancera fragrances because of the niche testing video that I did. I'm gonna link a card up right here. And yeah, when I had these Mancera samples for quite some time, but never really smelled them, never really gave them a shot. Gave them a shot that day, loved them. Okay, so we're gonna start with my boo, my fave. This is Wild Python by Mancera. Okay, so if you saw my testing video, you will understand that, yeah, I like this fragrance a lot. She is a white floral. She is Indian tuberose. She is osmanthus. And yeah, that's really what sets the tone for this fragrance, as well as the peach. All three of those are in the top note. Yes, they are. She is just one of those fragrances that when you smell her, you're just like, what's going on? Not because she smells so crazy, but it's like, wow, you may not have smelled something like this. Now for me, this fragrance, it's linked to some type of scent memory that I have in my memory bank, because this fragrance is just, it has that vibe to it for me. This is the osmanthus and the tuberose are like, they're blended together. There's some other white florals. I know there's jasmine in here and another white floral, but to me, I just feel like the osmanthus and the tuberose just really set the tone. Osmanthus can give off some apricot-like vibes, so I know that she's pairing with the peach and just giving an overall fruity vibe to this fragrance. But yeah, it's just not the typical fruity vibe. It's very modest, very much in the background, but she's a part of the picture. I sprayed the sample on the other day and I had my boyfriend smell it, and he was like, oh, he was like, this is interesting. He was like, you know, if a man smelled that on a woman, he would ask her, like, what are you wearing? And I was like, you think so? And he was like, yes. And I was like, really? So yes, this is a conversation starter, ladies. So if you know, you know, if you putting it out there and you trying to get hooked, hello, put this on. Have them asking you questions. I'm just saying. Oh my God, yes, this is definitely for me a special occasion fragrance. I don't see where I would be going to where I could smell like this all the time, but I just feel like she is very feminine. This has some coolness to it. It's aromatic. This is a very sexy, confident, feminine woman. Hell, she don't even gotta be feminine, you know? Because when I said feminine, I'm like, girl, is that even real? Because I'm getting a vision of a leather jacket, but on just a really, really confident, sexy, beautiful woman. Yeah, she has a leather on, maybe some leather boots, some black pants, some black leggings, but she smells like this. Yeah, Get into it. Oh my gosh, she's good. She's good. I could go on and on. This is one of those fragrances that I have a difficult time describing because, like, she's just kind of indescribable to me. Oh, so good, so good. Yes, very happy I have her in my collection. Wild Python by Mancera. Okay, my second Mancera fragrance was also in that video, which I linked. Please click on it. This one is Vanille exclusive. Now, I picked her up by mistake, and I think I said that in the video. I meant to get Velvet Vanilla, but you know, she's here now. And when I was spraying, I was like, oh my gosh. I had a sample of her as well. And this is a brown sugar vanilla fragrance. There's some whipped cream in the top as well. There's also some peach in here that gives it a veil of fruitiness. But yeah, this fragrance is for the girl who is this is that girl. You know, she's going out, she's flirty, she's fun. She, you know, is going to a brunch. She's going to go hang out with her girlfriend. She's going on a date. That's what, yeah, she's sweet. This is sweet. This is vanilla and this is brown sugar. I wouldn't compare it to Vanilla 28. This comes from a totally different direction. This is more powdery. But yeah, she's good. She's good. She's good. Very happy that I have her. Vanille exclusive by Mancera, y'all. So next up, we're going to go into pretty much the almond fragrance category. Yeah, this is not an almond video. That will be coming at some point in time. I just, you know, I feel like Thanos, I'm scouring the earth, just really trying to get that right for you guys. When it's right, you will definitely have it. These are some fragrances that I've purchased over the last few months that are almond based, and yeah, I just wanted to throw these in as well. So let's get started with the first one that I purchased. I really resisted purchasing this because everyone said that it turns into a skin scent. There's no projection. And I was just like, for all that coin, I just couldn't justify it. After a while, I was like, bump that. I'm gonna do what I want, and what I want is Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. So here she is, here she be. I'm so happy that I purchased her, and the reason I say that is because I've learned to make her work the way that I need her to work for me. This fragrance in the base, which is why I had to get it, that base of the fragrance, you get a scent that reminds me heavily of my favorite cherry almond scent. Are you ready? And that is Jergens cherry almond scent. I've been wearing this and putting this on my body since I was a little kid. That might be why I'm so infatuated with the almond note. Now with Lost Cherry, back to Lost Cherry, what happens with this fragrance is in the base, you really get that vibe of the Jergens cherry almond. You get a vibe of it, because I know what stops people from enjoying this fragrance, or what I'm starting to realize is, I think it's the top note. The sour cherry and the liquor note, I think it comes off a bit medicinal, almost fermented to people, and I think that that's what stops them. But if you can get past that, this is so nice. This is so beautiful. I thoroughly enjoy this fragrance. She's spicy. She reminds me of like a spiced cherry baked good. Yeah, like a spiced cherry pie with some liquor in it or something. I don't know, but I like her. I like her quite a bit. When you spray her on your skin, you're not gonna get her for the rest of the day. You just not. What I've been doing is I'm oiling my body up. I'm spraying it on my oil. But the other thing that I'm doing, of course, I'm starting with this. This is what I do. I get my Jergens, my cherry almond. I get this. I put some jojoba oil with this because I'm sorry, she's not big on like luster. You know, she's just a lotion. You know, she's not gonna give you a whole bunch of luster. So I couple her with some jojoba oil, get it all over my body, and then I commence to overspraying this fragrance. Yes, I do. And you know, you shouldn't have to overspray something that's costing you this much money. You really shouldn't. But if you're looking for a scent profile and this has the scent profile that you're looking for, then you know, you do what you got to do if you can. I will say, for the price of the fragrance, I would have expected just a bit more with the packaging. It just feels a bit flimsy, Tom. I'm just saying, you know, if you want to come like this, you got to give the people good packaging. I just feel like this should feel more, have more weight to it, and this should not come off like that. But hey, it is what it is. I have her. I've had her for a little while, and yeah, I do enjoy her. She is not a regret whatsoever. I'm very happy that I have her in my collection. The other almond fragrance that I purchased, I guess like a month after that, or maybe a couple weeks, I don't know. I had a sample of this fragrance from last year sometime, and I've just been playing with it, trying to make a decision, and the decision was made. So the House of Oud Almond Harmony. Now, this fragrance is an almondy amaretto type of fragrance. It has a woodsy type of almond vibe. This is more of a dry almond. It has some sweetness, but you're not gonna get like an abundance of sweetness with this fragrance. She's very dry. There's tons of flowers in this fragrance. There's orange blossom, ylang ylang. There's some heliotrope, which will also give you that almondy vanilla-ness. So, but this is balsamic as well. You get the Peru balsam and the Tolu balsam in the base. Of course, you get some tonka bean, and then you get some musk. This is not very projecting. This will give you a nice little trail. It will project if you spray it heavily, because I did end up spraying it on some clothing, like last bit of my sample because that was like the final test. I was like, okay, if I can smell this on the clothing, then I'll buy it, because when I was spraying it on my skin sucks it up. Like, it doesn't stay on my skin very long, but on my clothing, it will last for days. It will just waft off, and that's what happened. I sprayed it on something that I had hanging in the area that I kind of trafficked through a lot, and I just kept smelling it. So I was like, okay, fine, I will buy you. So that's kind of what happened with this. So yeah, I'm happy that I have it. This is another category of almond. This is not a fragrance that I'll be like, oh, you're looking for almond scent and you don't have any other almond fragrances. I would not push this your way. This is for someone who has a variation of almond fragrances. This is just another category to that, if that makes sense. So yes, this is the House of Oud Almond Harmony. Okay, so I'm gonna tiptoe over to my decants. I have two, well actually I have two 10 mls. One is a decant from a seller and the other is from the actual perfume house. So let's get to it. Let's get this done. We almost there, people. I already did a video on this one. I will link it up here. This is Italica by Xerjoff from the Casa Moriarty line, and this is a 10 ml decant. Oh my goodness. So this fragrance is basically, this is like an almond. This is the almond balsamic woody, but different from the Almond Harmony, because I know those are similar descriptors, because this is very lactonic. This is very creamy. There is milk, I believe, in the top. It has like some earthiness in here, crisp earthiness from the saffron. This also has an incense vibe. There's no incense listed, but that's kind of what it's giving me. But it's very creamy. You get a lot of the sandalwood, I believe, in the base. I think there's some vanilla. You just get like an almondy. It also has a fruity overtone to it, and once I picked that up, I was like, but I was reading, and which I did include in my video, that the inspiration for this fragrance was an Italian panettone, which is like an Italian sweetbread. So when that came together, I was like, okay, that makes sense, because that has dried fruit in it, like dried berries and stuff and such, if you've ever had a sweetbread, because you know, in the West Indies we make those too. My granny used to make those all the time. So yeah, I remember you know, with sweetbread, yes, you will have like dried fruits. So it, like, think of like currants and cherries, just dried and fermented. So that kind of that's the overtone of the fragrance, but overall what you're getting is more of a creamy, almondy, incensey, balsamic type of vibe. It's slightly smoky or woody, but it's good, y'all. It's really good. So if you can get a sample and try it first, I would definitely do that, because she does cost a little pretty penny. But if you're into this type of thing, I think that you can definitely get with it. Yes, really like her, Italica. Next up, we have Velvet Tonka. Velvet Tonka from BDK Parfums. Now this fragrance is an interesting one. She is a bit of a transformer. And the reason that I say that is because the overall vibe that you get from this fragrance, if you smell it from the bottle, is you start to get like a piney citrusiness. And that is from the amorous, which is in the base of this fragrance. But I promise you this, honey bun, when you spray this, give it 10 seconds. This beautiful, sweet almond note starts to blossom and bloom above that piney citrusiness. It's so interesting. Here she be, just coming through that almond note that I'm talking to you about. I feel like this fragrance is unisex because it has that amorous in the base. I feel like that will wear really well on a man's chemistry. Gotta try it on my boo, but oh, here she is. She's just thriving, this almond. Yeah, this is for somebody who, some people might like a pine fragrance, you know, for someone like that, or someone who has, like I said, different almond fragrances and they want another category. Definitely Oh, she's creamy too. Because of the tonka bean and the bourbon vanilla mixed with the almond, you get this very sweet, beautiful, creamy, balsamic almond. Yeah, the rose oil and the tobacco in here really kind of just give a smoky, aromatic vibe to this fragrance. That almond, it's just so beautiful. She really is. That's what I'm getting from that. And I tried not to make it a review, but it looks like that's what's happening. My chatty ass. But yes. Velvet Tonka Honey by BDK Boo. This one, I just got this 3 to 4 days ago. And yeah, she was very hard to find. And, you know, I'm late to the party, but I'm always on time. This is Armani code Cashmere. She's nice. She really is. She is a sexy almond, vanilla, nutty type of fragrance. You get some jasmine and some orange blossom, but you really get the orange blossom. She is sweetening up the joint. It's an almond milk and heliotrope type of combination. So this is not like an almond, but they did a good job of giving it a nutty vibe. I definitely get the nutty elements that you may get from like a roasted almond, but they're not the typical nuts. It's more refined. Yeah, I got it just now. There's some suede and leather in the base and some incense, some patchouli. Don't get the patchouli. Thank God, don't love her. But she's definitely setting up the earthiness, I'm sure. If I had to pick out who I'm smelling, I'm definitely getting the almond milk, I'm getting the orange blossom in the top, I'm getting the heliotrope, and I'm getting the incense. It's a mild smokiness. She's not smoky, smoke central, but she's there. She's very sexy. I'm happy I was diligent because I tried to get my hands on this fragrance 3 times. Count them 1, 2, and 3. The first time my order just kept getting canceled, and I was like, oh, well, do the perfume gods not want me to smell this fragrance? But no, I don't think it was that. I think people just janky with their business. But luckily enough, I found a seller who actually had it and was not trying to take advantage and charge me an arm and a leg. So I went ahead and picked it up. And if you look at the reviews for this fragrance, this is one of the fragrances where like everybody seems to really enjoy her. She really, really is that girl, you know, when it comes to, yeah, a sexy almondy type of scent. Like I said, she's not almond. She's like a cousin. Yeah, she's a cousin of almond for sure. Because she's almond milk. She's almond derived. Let me smell her one more time for the road. She's nice. I might wear her tomorrow. Where can you wear this? This is sexy, but I feel like you can wear this whenever you want because she is powdery. There's some iris in there, so it softens her up quite a bit, and really just makes her very tolerable. I really enjoy this fragrance, and I'm very happy that I was able to finally just get my hands on it. It was like they was hating on the kid. Like I could not get it, but I have it now, so yes, let me move on. Just a little traumatized. Those were all of my little purchases, my little wish list buys and such that I got over the last few months. And yes, I am very happy. I'm very happy that I was able to kind of really, these are fragrances that I know I'll have for a while. I don't see anything where I'm like, oh, I think I want to declutter, but I reserve the right to change my mind. It's my money, so we'll see. But for now, yeah, I'm happy with the buys and I'm happy that I have them. So yeah, as per usual, please like, comment, subscribe, pull up on me. All right, you know, I'm here. I will be back as always, and I will talk to you later. I hope this video found you well. I hope you are doing well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Bye.